It's the very best teaching environment because it's one-on-one or it's small group. And so you have the opportunity to really work individually with children and to see how they learn and to adjust materials. And throughout the years, both students and teachers have said it's the best environment. I love teaching English. That was one of my majors. But I also love teaching test taking, both at the middle school and the high school level. So I love teaching for students in ACT, SAT. Well, I was a special ed teacher to begin with. So I worked with children with special needs. And it was always a very individualized program. And when I moved to Illinois, I recognized that that was something that I wasn't seeing in the system. This highly individualized program where each child was looked at in totality for how they learned and what they loved and perhaps what they were deficit in. And I wanted to do it. So I brought that experience into this tutoring business. And that's what has always made us different, highly individualized, looking at each student as a special learner. I love the Riverwalk and the small shops and businesses that are still here. My children participated in all the Park District sports, which I thought were fabulous, as well as the music program in the public schools. So Naperville's always been a wonderful community to raise children and for children to get a great education. In 1987, my partner, Becky Buersdorf, who is now retired, and I started West Suburban as two teachers that wanted to teach. And we both had children at home, and we wanted to be able to be home and be room mothers and participate in all of our children's activities. So Becky was an elementary school teacher with a strong background in reading. I was a special ed teacher with a background in special education. So we were a good mix. And it was just the two of us for a while. And then within a relatively short period of time, through word of mouth, our business began to expand and we hired other teachers. And eventually it expanded into a full-fledged business run by two women who never really intended to start a business, but we learned how to do what we needed to do. We learned about the bookkeeping and we learned about advertising and networking and, you know, eventually social media and all of the things that you do for us. And we always worked with Naperville people. Our accountants are from Naperville, our people that did our printing are from Naperville, and it's always been a wonderful team effort for us. And it's been a pleasure to work with Naperville families for almost 30 years.